Nobody likes these, John, and that's just the thing. It's probably one of the least popular workouts, but it could be one of the most beneficial to you, especially if you're really trying to build your core and chest muscles. And that's why I'm talking with Bill Decker here at Pfitz Individual Training. What are some tips people can do to maybe get into push-ups, do them better, and get the most bang for their buck out of doing them?
Well, the big misconception a lot of people have when they do push-ups, they think it's all a pectoral exercise, where the striations in your pectoral muscles run laterally. So when you do push-ups, it's a lot of shoulder stuff as well as, some chest movements. But the best thing you can do is try to get some horizontal abduction when you do a push-up. So being able to move your hands in and out. So you can, if you're on a carpet, you can use like carpet sliders and make them go out or in, or find something that'll roll for you on your hands. But that's, getting into a little more of an advanced stage. If you're starting off with a push-up, the best thing I'd recommend doing is starting off with your knees down, your hips in, and go all the way until your chest touches the ground. Take your hands, tap the floor, take your chest there, and really squeeze and push through your chest and shoulders.
You're making like an angle with your body. You want to make sure your butt's not sticking out. You want to make
Correct.
it nice, angular, and then drop down and come right back.
Correct. And if you really hold and engage your muscles, if you come down and just kind of flop up, you do stuff and you may start compensating with other smaller muscles, and that's where you can start getting injuries. But if you come down, hold it there, squeeze, really push, you're going to feel it work a lot better for you.
And the reason you do the tapping is to make sure you're not cheating it. A lot of
Correct.
people just do this.
And they start going way too fast. Your back starts to dip in, your butt starts to, raise really high up in the air, and you're not doing the exercise properly, so you're losing your quality.
Well, that's some great tips on push-ups right there if you're starting your New Year's resolution to get fit, get in shape, and get your chest and core really toned. Speaking of core workouts, we got a fun one coming up for you in just a little bit. Everybody wants to have that tight, rock-hard core, and that means doing a lot of core exercises and stuff, but did you know that what's in front matters just about as much as what's in back? And that's why we're talking to Bill here. Bill, tell me a little bit about this.
Well, a lot of people get lower back pain. It's because a lot of these lower muscles that sit next to your spine, these deeper muscles, like your piriformis and your sacroiliacus and all these things, when your core gets weak and unengaged, these muscles will start to compensate for that and engage. And when those get overused and inflamed and everything, that's what gives you a lot of lower back pain. And when your SI joint goes out and you start having shooting pain down your leg and stuff, you don't really want to automatically go in and get surgery and stuff right away. So you can correct these problems a lot of time with some basic therapy movements and, building your core up. So when you have a stronger core and your posture is much better and those muscles don't have to compensate for your slouching all the time or your bad habits, like driving, typing on a keyboard, things like that, you'll be pain-free, you'll feel a lot better, and the, added cosmetic benefits always what people like.
And speaking of that, we've got a nice workout, nice little buddy system workout that you kind of engineered for us. Tell me what we're doing right here.
Okay, well, I call these Dragos. If you've ever seen the movie Rocky, you saw the Russian guy working with doing stuff, so I was inspired by that guy doing these. Okay. This is a heavy one. This is a 20-pound kettlebell, so you're going to grab that on the horns here.
Okay.
I'm going to hold your feet here, so you're going to lean back about a 30-degree angle here.
So right about there?
Yep, and you're going to want to twist and touch that bell on the side of the ground.
Okay.
Twist it back to the middle. Press it on an angle overhead, and you can feel that engage right there.
Everything just kick in.
Bring it back down, touch on that side.
Touching this side, so
Bring
you're
back
getting
to
your
the middle.
whole core.
Yep, you're getting obliques, internal, external oblique, all your rectus abdominal muscles.
So what would be a good repetition for this as far as how many you would do?
I'd say, to start off, maybe do 10 total, so maybe 5 touches on each side. Okay, so that's 2.
That's 2. I'll keep going. Trust me, guys, I'll keep it up when we come back. But, if you really want to burn that belly fat, it's more about what goes in your mouth than what you do on the ground. One of the best tips that a person could use to stay in shape and to get their body ready for 2013 is it's just as important what goes in your mouth as what you do inside the gym. And that's why I'm talking with Bill right here. A lot of people, they might want to rush to GNC and for their New Year's resolution to get in shape, to get things going. So how important is nutrition in conjoining with your workout?
Well, as in regards to weight loss, nutrition is about 80% of that. So, the other 20% is a combination of metabolism, your exercise routine and things like that. But in order for weight loss, nutrition is about 75-80%. It's a very big part. Now, a lot of people want to rush and spend a lot of money and buy a lot of big stuff right away, which I would advise against. Like we were talking about earlier, the best example I like to give is that if you look at a lot of ancient Rome or Greece or Egypt or anything, you see these very healthy, lean people, and they didn't have GNC at the ancient Olympics, So that's a good example I like to give, is that you can get away with eating very fresh, lean, meats and fish and things like that, much more natural than synthetic foods.
And an example of that would be this thing of nuts that you have right here. And people kind of get worried because they look at a thing of nuts. There's a lot of protein, there's a lot of good stuff in it, but it also has that fat on the label that they might see that stigma with.
Yeah, so you look at the back of these things and you look at the, it has saturated fat content. Now, saturated fat's okay in moderation, and moderation's emphasized. So the thing you want to look out for is the trans fat part. So you see the trans fat, none in there. Trans fat's a lot of that synthetic type stuff that doesn't occur naturally in your body system, so your body will take that in and use it for stored energy right away or stored fat.
All right, some great tips right there on nutrition, just as important as working out. If you want to see some of those individual or those buddy workouts that we were doing, I'm going to throw those up on my Facebook page. Just search Joe Galli, WNWO on Facebook, or hit me up on Twitter. Those will be available there if you want to go ahead and get your friend and get into shape for 2013. Back to you guys.
All right, yeah, this year is the year.